Warning, censorship.
This is Lewis Brackpool for Rebel News, and today I'm in the heart of London in Parliament Square, where I'm standing just outside of the Houses of Parliament, of course. By midnight tonight of the 24th of March, leading into the 25th of March, the Coronavirus Act of 2020 is looking to expire, with no plans of any pushback, delay, or any vote. Restrictions in England have basically come to a standstill, where there are no remaining restrictions here in England, and even travel is starting to open up, where the unvaccinated can travel without a PCR test. Even companies such as British Airways are changing their mask policies. Earlier I went round and asked the public whether they felt comfortable on flying with someone who is unvaccinated, and of course most people ignored me. Sorry to trouble you, would you feel safe travelling with someone who's unvaccinated? No, I just got ignored. Okay, all right. Sorry to trouble you both. Would you both feel unsafe if you travelled with someone who's unvaccinated? A national COVID memorial has been set up in London, which stretches miles on end and represents each heart to a loss of a loved one. Whereas deaths attributed to just COVID here in England is not as big as what the mainstream media are telling people. Chief Medical Officer Sir Chris Whitty has recently come out and said how school closures due to lockdowns have significantly harmed children for the long term. The effects of lockdown for the past 2 years, not only in England but around the world, have been devastating, with the truth only just starting to trickle out for a lot of people in the mainstream media and other publications. Meanwhile, politicians are still struggling to even define what a woman is.
Rishi Sunak, what is a woman?
Well, I thought the Prime Minister answered this brilliantly in Prime Minister's Question Times, in Prime Minister's Questions this week, and I fully agree with him.
And so what is your definition of a woman?
As I said, I would exactly agree with what the Prime Minister said at Prime Minister's Question Time. I thought he answered the question very well.
An adult human female?
Sorry, Julie, as I said, I thought the Prime Minister answered the question brilliantly. And
he thought he answered it brilliantly. So what were the words that he said that you agree with, Chancellor?
I think if you look at the full thing that he said on Wednesday, he answered the question brilliantly, and I would agree with every word that he said.
We're not going to get a proper answer from you, are we?
Whilst the cost of living is at an all-time high, we have the biggest income drop since 1956, a tax burden to hit the highest since the 1940s. Growth is down, and of course we've only had a 1 penny income tax cut, but that's not going to arrive until 2024. And we know, of course, the rhetoric: destroy it all and then build back better. We've heard it time and time again. But my question isn't only just to politicians, but to, of course, the media class and the ordinary people who pushed this pro-lockdown rhetoric. Was it really worth it? So this has been Lewis Brackpool reporting in Parliament Square for Rebel News. If you enjoy my honest boots-on-the-ground journalism, you can now support me over at ukreporters.co.uk. Visit there and give what you can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.